could. Man, give me a good braid right here.
Hey, I know how to braid. I can hook you up real
Yeah.
quick if you want me to, man.
I've actually rocked the braids, like the two braids down the side when I had long hair.
Just let me just see something.
You want to braid it?
I just want to see if I can just real quick. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, go ahead, talk to him while I braid you up real quick, Showdown. See if I still got it in me.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if you still got it in you.
Let's see if I still got it in me. Let's see.
Let's see if I can do the other side while you're doing it. I'm looking at the camera trying to do it.
Yo, what are we doing at this?
We're braiding my hair, bro.
Bro, hold on, show it off. Show this side. I just braided your hair, bro.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Hey, blast off, I can talk my ass off. Hey, smoke you what you seen and I'll tell you what I saw. Hollywood, what you think and I'll tell you what I thought. And we can talk about it all when we here on Trash Talk. Hey.
What's going on, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Trash Talkers podcast.
We made it.
We made it, Schmo.
Yeah, we did, bruh.
Bro, are you feeling 1980s as much as I am right now?
Bro, I can't even sing
Oh,
that
Lord,
song.
come on, do it.
I got a gold chain like it was 1980. I'm on call
Hey,
like
hey.
it was.
Hold on,
1980.
hold on, bro.
I'm like, yo, man, like it was 1980. All right, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, man. Listen, if y'all haven't noticed by the title down in the comment or in the description, and with the get up that we got going on, today's topic is gonna be an interesting. But before we do that, we always read the top 3 comments from the previous podcast, which happened to be music attached to memory.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
So. You got the voice and everything.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
dude, yeah. All right, so let's start off with the
It'll
number.
be the balls.
The who?
The balls, man.
Balls or balls?
Yeah, the balls.
All right. Shout out to Krista Spetch. Krista Spetch has
Yeah.
the number 3 most liked comment from our previous podcast. Krista says, "Morning, fellas. Music has been such a huge part of my life at different points of my life. I couldn't just name one moment in time where a song could bring on a memory. I'd be writing you a novel. But if I had to name one favorite memory, it's getting on a bus to Oregon from Santa Cruz, Cali, at 16." I'm
Years
assuming years, but we're gonna go with she got hours, but 16 years
Yeah,
old,
yeah.
knowing no one to start a new life and putting on Fleetwood Mac. Gypsy. Interesting.
Yeah.
As I started my adventure, I really felt like a true gypsy.
Yeah.
I felt free for the first time. I never forget the feeling I had inside. Freedom with a little excitement and fear. Great topic, guys. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Man, I used to love those long rides on the MARTA train. Just bumping whatever I had at the time.
If y'all only knew about MARTA, you might see a dude over there like this.
Oh, yeah.
You might
Some
see
dude taking a piss in the corner.
some dude over there doing push-ups with it.
Yeah, on the bar.
On the bar. You have no idea, man. All right, number 2 most liked comment comes from Miss Foodie Diva. Shout out to you, Miss Foodie Diva. Miss Foodie Diva says 13 days of Halloween. Love it. Salem is expecting 100,000 more people than last year.
Ooh.
Which city has
Yeah.
become Foodie City besides being Halloween City?
Oh, sweet. I need to get up there for one of those.
We definitely do. It's so crazy that Salem is right across the street from us.
Yeah, that's a different Salem.
Yeah, different Salem. All right, number 1 most liked.
We didn't kill any witches there.
You think no? You think maybe Salem Road might have anything to?
I seriously
No?
doubt
I
it.
doubt it. Not around here.
Nah.
Not around here. All right. The number 1 most liked comment comes from Iced Hazelnut 959. Shout out
Yeah.
Iced Hazelnut 959. A core memory from 7th grade. I forgot what class, but I do remember we had a male teacher and he would play the radio while we did our work. Excuse me. One day he said no radio today. He must have been in a mood. We asked why he stated that the class just wanted to hear the heavy rock music. He said if anyone could name a slow song by a current heavy rock band, he would turn on the radio. Silence ensued. Then the shy, quietest kid, me, blurred Beth by Kiss. And the class cheered, and he smiled and turned on the radio. I have not heard that song in years. Must add to playlist.
Yeah, sounds like we should too.
You know what? I was just about to say that. Iced Hazelnut. We might be checking out some Kiss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smoke Dogs, today's
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah, we're going back to the 80s. Actually, we're going to bring the 80s to now, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
We want to talk about not necessarily are there any hair metal bands right now, but would it even work if there were?
Yeah. I mean, is it even possible to have hair metal? Is hair metal gonna become a thing again, you think, Smokey?
I feel like it may be in underground circles right now. You think about it, androgyny is the thing of the day. Like, it's part of the zeitgeist now, right? You just gave it the
No, I was just thinking. If
Yeah.
you think about it, new rap might be a new hair metal.
It might be, actually, yeah.
Playboy Cardi was wearing a thong.
Hey, Lil Nas X.
That's what it might be, but that's where mine
Yeah.
came from. Where I thought about it. But go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, absolutely. But, like, it's much more accepted now that it could happen at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would get the response as it would have back then.
You don't.
Because think about it, like back then, kids bought into hair metal because it was something different. It was something rebellious. These guys are not supposed to look like women.
Damn,
Nowadays, you can do that, and it'll be all over MTV or whatever, all over YouTube. Yeah, but it'll be all over that, and the parents aren't going to protest like they would have back then. But that was the thing, right? The kids wanted it because the parents hated it.
Yeah.
That's rock and roll, isn't it?
I mean, did you just call us women, basically? Like you said, the guys look like women.
Well,
do we
not.
look like women?
I mean,
you got more of a beard.
I do got
I know.
luxurious
I
hair.
ain't gonna lie.
though.
I was thinking about putting mine in pigtails too. If I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie.
Oh, I could. Man, give me a good braid right here.
Hey, I know how to braid. I can hook you up real
Yeah.
quick if you want me to, man.
I've actually rocked the braids, like the two braids down the side when I had long hair.
Let me just see something.
You want to braid it?
I just want to see if I can just real quick. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, go ahead, talk to him while I braid you up real quick, Smoke Dog. See if I still got it in me.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if you still got
Let's
it
see
in
if
you.
I still got it in me. Let's see.
Let's see if I can do the other
Oh.
side while you're doing it.
Dude,
I'm looking at the camera trying to do it.
Yo, what are we doing at this?
We're braiding my hair, bro.
Bro, hold on, show it off. Show this side. I just braided your hair, bro.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. But no, that is a good question, dude. It's like, think about what do you think the most popular genre of rock is right now? Like, the most popular, is it progressive? Is it
I think
industrial?
it's butt rock.
Butt rock.
Yeah, which butt rock's been going since the late '90s,
Okay, let me rephrase.
maybe the early 2000s.
Possibly. Let me rephrase the question. Who's the biggest rock metal band right now? In 2024, who's the biggest metal band ever? If you just had to take a guess.
Wow. Are there any new bands? Like the older guys are still popular. Like Metallica, they're still selling out arenas,
Yeah.
stadiums. But are there any new ones?
That's the question. I mean,
there's new ones out there, but are they big like they were in the 80s?
do you think that's even possible to do anymore? Because now with everyone having, the 30-second mind, the microwavable mind, I need it now and I want it in a short, version of what you're going to try to give me. Like, our generation we'll watch a 6-hour documentary.
Yeah.
But I say that, but then at the same time, I've seen things like in Japan, for instance, Baby Metal.
Yeah.
I saw Baby Metal put on like a 12-hour festival.
Maybe Japan is where the metal scene is at now.
Are the trash talkers gonna kill me if I say Baby Metal might be the biggest new band
Right now?
right now?
Yeah.
Is that? Come
Think
on.
about Bandmade.
Bandmaid.
We've covered several Japanese metal artists.
Why does it feel like Japan's killing it right now?
They might be. Has America lost metal?
Ooh, have we?
Maybe so. I mean, I know there's going to be comments and there's going to be people saying, "No, I listened to so and so and so and so and so and so." But are they big? Like Baby Metal tours the world and
dude.
plays at stadiums.
On what was it? The top 50 list they were on.
Yeah.
And they were ranked like
Of all time.
a 15.
Up there with Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and Metallica. You had Baby Metal in that list, and they are a new band. I mean, they didn't form until what, 10 years ago?
That's actually a really good question. Not only
maybe 12 years ago now, something like that.
But that's the thing. It's like, you know, these are 3 women from Japan who are rock and metal.
Yeah.
But hair metal and
Let's look that up. Let's see.
what are you gonna Google?
Who are the biggest? Who are the biggest current metal bands? Let's see what
Before you search it, do you think you can name one without looking at it that you think will be on there? I'm gonna biggest. You know what? I would not be surprised if Avenged Sevenfold might not be on there.
But are they considered new?
New. That's
I mean, they came out in the late 90s.
okay. Who you got? What you got on here?
Let's see. Linkin
Linkin
Park
Park.
comes up as number 1.
Hey, they did revamp though. Remember with the,
Yeah, that's true. So they're still rocking it, but they're technically an older band.
but the name's old.
This is one of those where I'd have to scroll through each. Oh, okay. Here we go.
What you got?
Let me go to the top here. All right.
Damn,
see, this is listing all older bands. Honorable mention to Sleep Token. That's a good one. 3.7 million.
That ain't really nothing.
Motionless in White.
What's their number?
3.9.
That's what I'm saying. 3.7 is not really. I mean, I'm not.
Well,
hating
they
on
got
Sleep.
Tool 4.3 million. I guess these are Spotify listeners, as it is.
Can you go to like
Judas Priest, Megadeth. See, these are all older bands here.
Godsmack?
Yeah.
Like, who's like the top 4? Who's the top 4? Let's watch it be the Metallicas.
Let's see how. Well, if it goes to 25, then we need to go.
Let's see. All right,
6 is Black Sabbath. They're still rocking it. Limp Bizkit. Wow, Limp Bizkit has caught up, huh? From the most hated band to the most popular band. Disturbed.
Yeah.
System of a Down.
Oh no, I can see that.
Metallica.
I knew it.
And number 1 is Linkin Park.
Park.
46.5 million listeners.
You know what's crazy though? We're wearing these get-ups and none of them are hair metal. So that again begs the question.
Yeah.
Is it possible for hair metal to ever come back?
Possibly. I did find something on Reddit. Where did I say?
And I think you also, Trash Talkers, you also might have to ask the question, what qualifies as hair metal? You know what I mean?
So, this is a post from 2 years ago. Someone asked, are there any popular hair metal bands in the 2020s like there were in the 80s?
Yeah.
And here's the biggest list that I found on there. And see if we recognize any of these names.
What you got?
Crazy Links.
Never heard of them.
Temple Balls.
Never heard of them. Actually, that was my nickname in high school.
Yeah, me too. Crush with a Z. Cruzh.
Another wrestler, not the band.
Crash Diet. Confess. Veins of Jenna. The Cruel Intentions.
No.
Babylon Bombs. Santa Cruz. De La Cruz. Bullet Train. To Iowa.
Okay, that's why that sounded
Yeah.
familiar. All right, go ahead.
Vipera.
Wow.
Grand Slam. Bloody Hills. Wigworn. And
That's
Toxic Rose.
No. And those are apparently the new hair metal bands?
Yeah, we haven't covered any of those.
Trash Talkers, y'all need to educate us on this, man.
Yeah.
Like, what? Oh, I asked a question before you read that.
Uh-huh.
What is the qualification for hair metal band? Hair metal. It
think
can't just be hair, right?
I wonder if Fozzy falls into that. I mean, they are older guys. They're in their 50s. But they didn't form until the 2000s.
So, us starting Rappers React, being 2 rappers coming in, not knowing much about other genres of music. Now that we do know more about genres of music, if someone came to you and said, Smokey, what is hair metal? What is your response? How do you define hair metal?
I think it's a look that goes along. There has to be an aesthetic to go along with it. You can't be a hair metal and be bald.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Can you be a hair metal band there's no picture? We don't know who you are. You're an anonymous band.
Well, yeah, you can have that sound, you can sound like the Motley Crue,
Okay.
things like that.
So, you said there's an aesthetic to it. You have to have hair.
Yeah.
All right, but if you can't be seen, there's no videos, there's no pictures
Sleep
of you.
token.
What is it?
A sleep token is not hair metal,
Oh,
but I'm
damn.
saying that would be the type of thing where you just have these avatars in your videos. You could pull that off. Like you could play traditional hair metal music. You could sound like a Bon Jovi or something like that, and just use avatars in your videos. If you don't want to have the aesthetic.
Well, see, you could say that about like gorillas.
Yeah.
You know, there's hell. Do we even know? Like, I mean, we see the cartoon characters, but like,
Yeah. I mean, there are.
I'm not saying hair metal, but like,
there are pictures of them out there, but I want to say for a long time they didn't really reveal themselves. At least not at first. All their videos were just the cartoons.
You know, when I was a kid, I swear Gorillaz was just a animated version of Linkin Park.
Really?
I thought Gorillaz was an animated. I thought if Linkin Park was a cartoon, it'd be the Gorillaz. I don't know why.
I always thought it sounded like Oasis with a rap flair to it.
Finally, someone let me out of my cage.
But top of me ain't nothing because I'm counting no age.
So, like, it's like watch this. Okay, give me an instrument in ska music. Ska.
Saxophone.
Okay. Give me an instrument in jazz.
You could do a trumpet.
Okay. Give me an instrument in heavy metal.
I don't think there is a unique instrument
You
to
don't
it. I
think-
mean, guitars.
Okay. Now give me.
But it's not unique. Like, all of those genres have guitars.
So is there a unique instrument for hair metal?
No.
Man.
I mean, it's same thing that the early metal guys were playing. Same thing that the psychedelic blues guys were playing. You tune it a little different, maybe.
Maybe you might be on.
You might want to use a different pedal. You know, you want that high scream to the guitar. You know, you want it to be distorted. That makes metal.
Yeah.
You know, it needs to sound a little crunchy.
Dude, you might be onto something where hair metal. Hell, you could say almost any metal. From what you said earlier, there's an aesthetic
Could be hair
to
metal.
it. Well, no, you have to have an aesthetic. Like, take Typo Negative. Let's say Typo Negative looked like me and you.
Yeah.
Would you call it like goth metal? It would be hair metal because of the aesthetic, right? take early Tool. You would say grunge, right?
Yeah.
They look like this.
Yeah.
Is it
Then-
not hair metal?
I don't know. I mean, you kind of gotta have the glam to it, right? I mean,
you need spandex, dude. you gotta go to the women's department occasionally.
Yeah, I don't know, but like you're saying, with like if Tool put out Opiate, but they looked like Motley Crue,
Okay,
would it be hair metal?
that's my question. What do you think?
I don't think so. I think there was a certain archetype to all the hair metal bands, like the Warrants, the Rats,
Wasp.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let me ask you this: would Motley Crue be hair metal if they didn't have hair? If they were bald?
See, that's way tougher.
That's the question.
Because how do you call someone hair metal without
no
the hair? Yeah.
Okay, what if the lead singer had hair, but no one in Motley Crue, lead singer has hair, no one else does?
Wow, has that ever happened before? Where only one of the band members had the hair.
That's crazy.
I mean, you gotta have a big perm. You gotta have the hairspray.
Oh, I'm about to F you up with a question. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Are there any black hair metal bands?
Oh, my.
Trash Talkers, please tell us there's a black hair metal band.
I mean, you know.
You said perm.
I'm thinking of
Rick James. Prince.
Well,
Lord
Prince.
Jesus, was Prince hair metal?
Prince. I don't know. Kind of. Uncertain. I mean, he was. I think at his core he was more funk, but in his early days he was more like traditional rock. But
that goes back to me.
he had some things that touched on hair metal.
Bro, this dude swam in Lake Minnetonka
Yeah.
with a hair that looked like this and spandex.
What about?
I can tell when Smokey's brains are moving.
Hold on. Let's bring up the pictures of. Oh God, what was it? Not Color Me
Color
Bad.
Purple?
No. Cult of Personality.
Oh, you talking about
In Living Color.
In Living Color?
Yeah, let's bring up.
Cult of Or what about Milli Vanilli? Hell, they weren't even themselves.
They weren't metal,
They weren't
that's
even
for sure.
themselves. Y'all, not alone could y'all pull all the music. Hey, I'm sorry, but Milli Vanilli's songs are hard. I know it's not them. But
Here's
still.
the images of
In Living Color.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got like.
They could have pulled off being a rap group. I mean, De La Soul.
Yeah. Good point. De La Soul. Damn.
Did they ever? I don't know. I don't know, man.
know if y'all looking at it.
Besides Homeboy with the flat top fade, the other guys could have been a hair metal band.
It could have been in Wasp or
yeah.
Or man.
Look, they got the spandex.
Man, y'all just Google pictures of In Living Color, not the TV show, but the band.
That kind of is hair metal.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, is it hair metal just because it's in the 80s and have hair? Is that classified? Was Metallica ever looked at as hair metal? Because remember, they had...
Oh, they were thrash,
But that's what I'm saying.
But they did have the hair.
So what separates hair from...
I think, well, it needed to have a softer side to it. And a more poppy side, I think. Hair metal was much more poppy than thrash was. Okay. You know, and they had to have a ballad on every album.
I was waiting on you to say that.
Yeah. If you didn't have a ballad, I don't know that the record label would push you.
The more we talk about this, bro, I'm starting to believe Prince might have been hair metal. Let's
Google that.
Diamonds and pearls.
Let's Google that. Somebody's got to have mentioned that before.
The more we're talking about it, it's like...
Was Prince hair metal?
Let's see. Bro, come on, man. Look at these pictures,
He looked like
come on, man.
It says no, Prince was not a hair metal artist. However, here are some other. Okay. I thought it was going to give you a. However, during this album,
Hanoi Rocks.
Hanoi Rocks, Bon Jovi. See, man,
they got Black
Sabbath
Sabbath.
ain't hair metal.
Cinderella. Have we ever done Cinderella?
I don't think so.
I don't think we've done it.
But I know they get listed with the hair metal bands.
The fact that your name of your band is called Cinderella, you're definitely hair metal.
Like Twisted Sister.
That might
You need an androgynous name
for the band. That might be it.
Yeah. You think about that, the groups that actually kind of got away from hair metal in the later days that went more toward the street, the rugged style, like Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue, they didn't have like the Cinderellas and the androgynous names.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, I guess you could say like Wasp and Warrant and Rat and all that. They weren't really androgynous names either.
Dude, how is there not a hair metal band called Rapunzel?
Oh, that would be good.
Remember she threw the hair out and then flew up?
There might be.
Bro, we might be in the market to starting
Rapunzel band. It got some of your...
My fault.
Let's see.
Bro, we might be in the market of something. I don't even know if we need to put this podcast out.
Start
our own hair metal band. Is there a need for hair metal now? No? Dude, if there's no band called Rapunzel, that's our name.
It's an underground band. What is this? Rapunzel fan and musical? No.
Hey.
It's a musical.
Hey, my name's Hollywood. Hey, we gotta change our names up too, though.
This says Rapunzel band feature. I'm not sure. These kids rock. I'm not sure.
Smokey, you gotta ride with me on this one, bro.
We'd have to wear the wigs.
We gotta wear the wig. We gotta bring hair metal back, dude.
Yeah, let's do it.
And we'll call ourselves Rapunzel.
Yeah.
I'll be Hollywood Sass, and you can be Smokey Ramirez. I don't know. We'd have to switch our names up somehow.
Yeah.
But Smoketh the Ramirez.
No, you just gotta pick like put two first names together, like Bret Michaels. You know, you got just pick two first names that sound like that would be the cool kid in school. You know, and put those two names together.
What's crazy is you couldn't take my actual first and middle name, and which is my first and middle name. You couldn't do that because they sound like two last names.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I'm Behringer Linwood.
Gotta have two first names.
Larry Scott. That works. Damn. Rapunzel featuring Larry Scott and Barry Winslow.
Barry Branson.
Barry Branson. Barry Branson and Larry Scott. We are Rapunzel guys. Heck yeah, man. I don't know, man. It is interesting when you look at it and you think, with all these umbrella terms under the metal, under the rock genre, where is hair metal now? Where is thrash metal? Well, see, that's the thing, man. It's so, when you get into genres, you think about death metal, black metal, thrash metal.
If you think about bands of the 2000s, everything sounds like metalcore or hardcore. You don't really hear like where's the new.
I don't know about
Where's
that.
the big time? Well, you know, we've covered some newer thrash metals. We've covered one band that sounded exactly
you're
like
right.
Metallica.
Hell,
that was a newer band.
We found out there's a band called the Beatallica.
Yeah.
That
we covered Chaosium that sounded exactly like Korn,
Yeah.
and they are a new band.
new band.
But where are the new bands that are huge that are doing anything that sounds like hair metal or thrash metal?
Or, I mean, well, you know, it's probably the one genre from the '80s that has not died is like synthwave, new age, vaporwave. Like that's still going.
Yeah, kind of rekindled. Because it did die out. New Wave died out.
Well, yeah, I will say like in the 2000s, 2010s.
But now it's been brought
Now
back.
it's brought back, yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting when you think about it.
And you can say rap hasn't died out, but the rap of today doesn't sound anything like the rap of the 80s.
I will say rap from the 80s. I just feel like rap started as a cake, and then they added another layer, and then another layer, and then another layer, then a sprinkler, then a fire, then a...
Metal did the same thing.
See, man.
You have like the very inception of metal with Black Sabbath, you know, and their sound, that Tony Iommi riff, and then you move on to the Iron Maidens and the Judas Priest, and then you go into the Metallicas and the Megadeths, and then you keep going.
Just keep adding.
You keep going, and you end up in new metal. And what was after new metal? Oh well, I guess hardcore.
Hardcore?
Then metalcore.
What's after metalcore?
I don't know. Can you get heavier than metalcore?
Death metal? Deathcore?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Well, think about...
Death metal is heavy. But
Was there a
it's not heavier than metalcore.
Was there a Lorna Shore in
that's
the
what
80s?
I'm saying. No, because it was unheard of to be that freaking heavy.
Dude, imagine if there was a Lorna Shore in the 80s. What would we get in 2024? Like, right now we're saying, what can get heavier than this?
Yeah.
Imagine if that existed in the 80s.
It needs to be a progression. I know that. Like, music needs to be a progression, because if you just took Lorna Shore and threw them back into the 70s when metal had just started and put them like opening for Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. Yeah.
People would go out there and be like, "What the hell is this? This
Lorna,
is just noise. What are y'all doing?"
Lorna Shore would make Black Sabbath look like K-pop.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be like,
Yeah.
what? And that sounds crazy to say,
Yeah.
but that you're right with the progression of metal. It's like you take that band from this year, put them with that band who was the heaviest.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you
Try letting Slaughter to Prevail open up for Iron Maiden in the 70s.
Hey, that would, bro. That I'm thinking of a rap. So Jay-Z, they went on the Rockefeller, or it was a tour, and DMX went out.
Yeah.
DMX said, "Shut them down, open up shop."
Whoa.
Oh, and then he made they made Rain, and people was turning up,
Yeah.
and then all the music shut down, and then he started crying and praying, and people were praying, and everybody else is like, how do you compete with that?
Yeah,
I am
you
not
can't.
going. It's a hard knock life.
Yeah.
It's like you can't go out there to, give me any Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath.
I mean, you might could follow, but then again, that was the later stuff. I was thinking like Judas Priest could follow that with Painkiller or something like that. But that was their later stuff when they were keeping up with the thrash metal guys.
Yeah.
But no, you couldn't like breaking the law.
Breaking the law. I don't know, dude.
I don't know. Like you couldn't go from Slaughter to Prevail to breaking the
No
law.
law.
Everybody would be like, "We're done. I don't even need to see the main."
I mean, you're aggressive. You're already thrashed out. You did a wall of death, and you're like, we already broke the law, bro.
It kind of reminds me of Back to the Future when Marty McFly played Johnny B. Good. You know when he played that at the end? They had never seen rock and roll before.
Oh, I got that new sound you were
they
talking
were
about.
listening to the doo-wop band over here. And now they play that. You can't go back to doo-wop, doo-wop. Whoa.
It's so crazy that you can do that with rock and metal.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you did it with rap, it'd be like, no. Put like Young Thug in the 80s with Run DMC. It's Run DMC versus I wanna do the heat. They gonna be like, all right, hold on now, bro. Wait a minute. It's like, it's so crazy, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
imagine Eminem doing Rap God, and then it's followed by
I'm here to say that I'm here to go. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You like,
Like Eminem doing Rap God could not open up for the Beastie Boys. Man, here's a little horsey named Paul Revere.
They'd be like, wait a minute.
Horsey in a quart of beer. They'd be like, I just heard a guy rap 1,000,000 miles an hour.
And he was white.
Yeah.
And y'all are white.
This is not the same thing.
That's so crazy. You could do that with rock, but you can't do it with rap.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
I don't know that you could though, even with rock though. Like I said, Lorna Shore couldn't open up for Black Sabbath.
During the Satanic Panic, like in the heart of the Satanic Panic, take Ghost.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Poppy.
Yeah.
Kind of old school.
Oh, they could pull it off.
Ghost could have pulled it off.
They could absolutely pull that off. Man, they would eat it up too.
Who could Baby Metal pull it off? Come on, 3 Japanese.
Some of their softer stuff. I mean, you don't want to go into Give Me Chocolate and they're like, give me chocolate.
All right. Ooh, I got one for you. It's 1984, right?
Yeah.
Iron Maiden's the opener, right? Could
Yeah.
Ginger, Iron Maiden's the closer. Could Ginger open up?
When she starts growling, the jaws, you could hear the jaws just. Broom.
I mean, how do you?
Watching?
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, time is crazy when you think
Because
about
for one, they hadn't heard anybody growl on the track before.
let alone a woman
Let
like
alone
that.
a woman.
Jesus, man. I don't know, dude. We started this.
Could you even find a woman with tattoos back then?
Didn't Blondie have a tattoo?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Why?
Hold on.
Why am I picturing Kate Bush with teardrops right now?
I want to see that. Kate Bush comes out with a wife beater on, just all tatted up.
Oh man, I was gonna say so. Kate Bush, not Kate. Shout out Kate Bush, man.
Did Blondie have tattoos? She had. No, that's a Debbie Harry
Okay, so no,
tattoo.
she apparently maybe she did.
Wait, yes, Debbie Harry, the singer, has tattoos.
Dang, bro, I got another one for you.
Huh.
What-
That was the punk thing, though. Tattoos.
Tattoos.
Were the punk thing back then.
All right, they tried to take me back to rehab. I said no. Who was that?
no.
That's what's her name? Come on.
Dang it, now that I'm
God
playing
dang
that
it.
you
I
asked
know.
that.
It is Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse,
All right.
yes.
What genre would you say that is?
Blues and soul.
Give me the height of blues.
Even jazz, too.
Okay. Give me. All right. Louis Armstrong. You would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could Amy Winehouse?
Absolutely.
Why does it work
Absolutely.
for that genre? Why does it work for some
Dude,
metal?
you think about it, soul, blues,
it kind of
jazz
the same.
hasn't really changed
That's
that
a
much.
fact.
Unless you start mixing them. Like, could Primus open up for KC and the Sunshine Band?
Oh Lord, I don't. Maybe.
You think they could just
Nah.
play their normal hits, not like altering to fit, you know?
Yeah. Okay. You got a point.
Like Rick James and opening up as Primus.
I don't know. So
Or
that
Red Hot Chili Peppers could pull it off.
Oh no, that's a fact. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fact there.
But I don't know about Primus.
Primus,
they're
I
a
don't-
little too heavy.
I don't know. Jesus built my hot rod, bruh. I could see Rick James like.
That was Ministry.
I mean, ministry. Not.
You're
what am I
thinking
thinking about?
Jerry was a race
Jerry
car
was a race car
driver.
driver. That's
Drove so
right.
goddamn fast.
I mean, he
Every
bang,
day
bang, bang,
windows.
bang, bang. Rick James like, I don't know what the hell that was, but all right, y'all.
Like
Super freak.
they be like, they killing the instruments, but I don't know about that boy's voice.
Hey, whoever that bassist is,
Yeah.
you can come join me.
Yeah, just don't sing.
Don't sing. Just don't. I know
Don't
you're the
sing.
lead singer
You
and the
can play
bassist.
for us, just don't
sing.
Yeah.
I'll take care of that. Mary Jane. But then
Yeah.
no one less. He's over there.
Yeah, playing a million miles an hour.
Slow down. Hey,
Slow down, Tito. Damn.
I'm Rick James. Man, it is an interesting topic. And curious on what you guys are going to think. I know we started off asking, is hair metal ever going to make a return? Which, can you give me a definitive answer? Yes or no?
I think it could. I don't know if it will.
So then you're saying...
Because obviously there are bands out there. Like if we can find bands doing blues from the 1920s,
Oh, bro.
then you can find folk artists today. We can find underground bands doing it.
But it's
But
not
will
like,
it ever be mainstream again?
That's
Is
the
the
question.
question. I don't think it will.
Yeah, and not only that, dude.
And I don't think the parents would hate it enough for it to be a big thing amongst the kids.
In this day and age, with social media and the internet, like kids are very desensitized, and even with the parents, they're desensitized. So it's like,
and you think about it, kids always want to rebel against whatever.
What are you rebelling against these days?
I know. Your parents listen to satanic music.
Hey, Mom.
And they're covered in tattoos. What are you rebelling against?
Damn, that's a good. What do kids rebel against now?
I don't know.
I mean,
they go back to being straight.
Man, look, you better smoke a joint, damn it. You better go smoke a joint.
I don't do that, Mom. No, I don't want tattoos. No, that's nasty.
Bro, please throw a rock at a window. Do something. Mom, no, that's wrong. You should. Damn, bro, look at how that is crazy.
The pendulum always swings in the other direction.
That is crazy. It's like, no, you shouldn't listen to that. You shouldn't smoke cigarettes. You shouldn't vape. You shouldn't smoke weed. Now your kid comes like, hey, Mom, I got 5 straight A's and I don't have a girlfriend and I'm 21 and I'm still a virgin. Go buy a condom, bro. Go do something. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's why censorship happened all over again.
You think that was on purpose? You think
on purpose? I don't know about on purpose. I think it's just a natural progression of things.
Where does it go after this?
It swings back in the other direction. Once Gen Z grows up and they are more straight-laced and more follow the rules people, then the next generation, Gen Alpha or Gen Beta, one of those two are going to rebel, and they're going to take it farther than we did back in the 90s and 2000s.
Damn.
Because we were wild. The millennials and the Gen Xers were wild, bro.
Now but
the later millennials started going into that. What the Gen Z is all about.
The Gen Zs, man. And I've got friends that have children. I'm like, dude, remember that song me and my stepsister recorded at your house?
Yeah.
I got arrested for that.
Yeah.
I was 15.
Yeah.
Terroristic threats.
Dude, you could get arrested for a lot of the music we made back then.
Oh my God. And I got arrested for the reason I did was because I specifically said someone's name.
Yeah.
But now it's like
nowadays they'll haul you into court just for making the song. Like you don't even have to say names. They're like, I know you did something. You did this. I heard that song. Yep. You did something.
Man, that's crazy, broski. Yeah. Man, look.
But back in our day, it was just artistic expression.
And then that also brings up the question, dude, we could talk about this all day long, but then what is art? When are directors of movies gonna get charged in court cases for making like The Purge? Oh well, one day out of the year it's legal to do that. And
that's why I think if you look throughout history, you know, there'll be a time of conservatism and then there's a time of expression and freedom. You see it just swings back and forth. It's not gonna like keep progressing to where, you know, we're just convicted of thought crimes for even listening to music from the 90s.
You've said that's gonna be a thing. Just thinking of it.
I think it'll swing back before that happens.
Really?
Yeah.
With the way technology's going.
Because look at the 20s. They were wild. The Roaring 20s. You know, and then you get into the 20s and 30s, and then you get into the 40s and 50s. It was a very conservative time, straight laced. You had to put on a suit to go to the store, you know. And then you get into the 70s, the 60s and 70s, and then it's wild again, and peace, love, and sex, and you know, get naked and run down the street.
Then you get to the 80s.
The 80s. Well, we were born in the 80s.
Well, I'm talking about what we look like right now.
Yeah,
this would be the 80s.
Well, see, that's the thing. The late 80s ended up being like this, you know, and then it got really wild in the 90s up to the early 2000s. Then you went into another conservative period. Man. And the 2020s are a very conservative period. I feel like it's starting to swing back the other direction already, though. You know, cancel culture is dying out, you know, and the next generation is going to fight back against that.
You know, you're so in tune, and you know you're so caught up, and you know so much about the simulation theory. You kind of swayed me into it, and now it's starting to make sense. What do you when you mention this pendulum thing that hey?
And if you notice, it seems to swing faster as time goes along.
Please explain.
You had the 20s, like back then. You could have 2 decades of conservatism, right? And you could have like 2 decades of just wild and like 60s and 70s, you know. The 80s was really a conservative time, but then you get into the 90s, you know, that was a 10-year period where into the 90s, it started getting wild again. And into the early 2000s. The early 2000s was like the cutoff. Somewhere around mid 2000, like 2005, 2006, we started seeing more of the censorship roll in. And then into the teens and the 2020s, and we got to where we are now. But it's starting to swing back the other direction.
So can you tie that in with the simulation by any way? Like, do you think it's just part of
simulation?
If
it
this
could
is
be programmed in, yeah.
Well, is it all? You could also say it might just be culture, because like if you go to Russia, that's not happening in Russia, or like Middletown, Russia.
I don't know. It may be. I mean, we talk about censorship. There was.
Don't. This is the one thing we know will get out there, bro. This is the one video we know will get out there.
All right.
But no, go ahead. Speak on it. Let's do it.
Banning of certain types of music just recently.
That is crazy.
So
dude.
maybe it's not swinging back as fast as I was thinking it was.
I don't know. I think
if certain regimes are banning certain types of music right now.
Bro, you got me think about the simulation when you're saying the 20s, the roaring 20s, then the 40s and the 50s, wearing the suits, and the 60s and the 70s with the hippie and the free love, and us looking like we look now in the 80s, then the 90s, and the 2010s, and then you said the 2000s, and then that's when it started to cut off. So looking at it from a simulation, if this was all programmed by someone, are the people in this program trying to control the program that they are in? Like, hey, this is moving too fast, let's stop it. Are you getting what I'm
yeah, there's always going to be elites, the Illuminati.
Like, they're trying to stop what is the program.
Oh yeah, there's always people trying to manipulate culture, for sure. I don't know if it's people outside of the program or inside of the program, but there's always elites out there that's trying to control the direction of society, for sure.
It's so crazy. Like, think about,
you don't think there's elites out there that absolutely love that there's such a huge demographic of people that are addicted to politics now? In the 90s, kids would have been addicted to politics. People would go, we need to have that boy checked out.
Bro, they had a thing called Vote or Die.
Yeah.
Vote or die. Like, if you don't, they push these campaigns where it's like, all right, man, we going deep here, bro.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I miss the days when kids weren't into politics, to tell you the truth. When kids were just kids. Just wild kids.
Man, when you mention politics and kids these days being into them and the simulation, in my head I'm thinking like, okay, I'm a gamer. I love playing video games. I'm like, okay, I've got Sega Genesis games, Nintendo games, Atari games, PlayStation games, Xbox games, PlayStation 2, 3, 4, 5, Xbox One. It's like, where are we? Are we Atari and no one has revisited this game because it's so old and outdated to where the developer's like, oh, that's old. So it's like, are we creating something that no one has visited, or are we on the current PlayStation 5 where the servers are full, and like, where are we
as far as our reality?
Yeah, like, where are we Atari and no one's like, oh man, that's old school, let's throw that in the dumpster. So we're living in like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
you're saying our simulation and the people looking at our simulation.
So let's say whoever the creator is, in their life they've got Atari.
That's a philosophical question. Like, has our creators abandoned us?
That's the thing. Where do you think we are?
They're on to a different simulation.
Bro, they made us Atari 25. Yeah. There's an Xbox 75 in the creators. Yeah. So it's like, they don't even look at us now. We're just...
So we may be just left alone out here. And this is all just... Our zeitgeist is just the natural order of things. Nobody's actually controlling it.
Doesn't that take away from the simulation then? Doesn't that kind of X out the simulation theory?
No, I mean...
the people in the game...
you could build it, what are those ant terrarium things? Yeah. You could build that and just have that there and just let the ants live out their lives, And
it'll continue to grow because those ants are doing it.
Yeah, while you're over here messing with this new giant terrarium that you made.
Damn.
You're spending all your time on this and just letting that one run its normal path.
You think, what are we?
We've come a long way from hair metal, bro.
Trash Talkers listening. Yo, I'm sorry. It turned into a smoky Hollywood conversation that we would talk off camera. But yes, you guys let us know. Is hair metal a thing? And if y'all want to talk simulation, let us know. Are we Atari? Or are we Super Nintendo? Or where are we?
I mean, people like to think that there's billions of realities out there.
Well, then that makes it even more of a question.
So, I mean, there's definitely ones that are way ahead of us, and there's some that are still in the Stone Age.
Where are we?
I mean, think how far does it go? Like, there's no way of knowing.
That's my thing. So the people who are all right, like,
I mean, we may be dead in the middle.
do you have a Super Nintendo at home?
Nah.
Do you have a VHS at home? Just a VHS?
I think there is one. There's an old VHS and DVD player in the closet.
All right, so let's say, or do you have a cassette at home? We got some in the studio. Or we have a cassette here. Yeah. So let's say someone created that cassette. No one uses cassettes anymore. Yes, I know they're coming in, but it's like, okay, we stop there and everything in that cassette, and then these people are gonna grow and grow and grow and grow. Cassettes are obsolete now. Now, hey, I can just pull my phone up and send it to you immediately. Yeah. It's like, where are we? Like, we need to end this.
Well, I mean, there's no way of telling the answer to that. Like, how would you ever know the answer?
It's like, and you grow out of things too. Like, think about it. You don't wear the same clothes as you did when you were 12. You don't wear the same.
I don't wear the same clothes I did when I was 20.
That's what I'm saying. So those molecules on those germs on your 12-year-old pants. What are they doing now? You completely forgot about them. The developer of ours just completely forgot about us.
You think?
I mean, I don't. And now I think that's the elites are probably like,
do we need intervention?
What do you think?
I don't know.
I say just stop, dude. We are good.
Stop progressing.
Just stop. We are good. We can
see. That's never gonna happen because there's way too much power at stake.
Break it down.
When you start talking about AI, robotics, there's way too much power at stake because the people who control the AI will have all the power. So they're not gonna stop until they get that. We can tell them like, this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. We're going to end ourselves if we keep going. But they're not going to stop.
But why? If
they will not stop. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's almost like,
doesn't matter how much the common folk want them to stop. They will not stop.
It's almost like an addiction. It's like this thing is going to kill you.
Yeah.
But you keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the Fermi paradox. Part of the Fermi paradox also. That eventually all advanced civilizations will wipe themselves out one day.
So I want to bring back something that we used to talk about a lot off camera, but now I want to bring it. So you had mentioned we all could have possibly came from the primordial ooze, right?
Yeah.
Is the primordial ooze a part of the simulation?
Well, yeah. If we all live in a simulation, absolutely, it would have to be. So they plant the seed so that the entire civilization can grow from it.
So to me, that sounds like the grand opening. Hey, this is the brand new Atari. That's the primordial ooze. Now we're like, man, ain't nobody worry about that damn Atari, man. Playing.
We're like 360 now, Xbox 360 or somewhere now.
But that's another simulation. We're still in this one. Does that mean the elites just grew?
I don't get what you're saying there.
What I'm saying is Sega Genesis cartridge, right?
Yeah.
Now you don't need a cartridge to put in there. So let's say the person who created that cartridge is the creator of ours.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so no one plays that cartridge anymore.
Yeah.
But there are still people in that cartridge in those games.
Still living out their lives.
Right. So, and I created this cartridge with people in there living out their lives.
Yeah.
So who is that person that created? Does he create the PS5 game too? You get what I'm saying? Like,
no, yeah. I mean, it may be a group of entities. I mean, or it could just be one single creator.
All right, we're going too deep, y'all.
We are. I mean, this 100%. Is a long way from hair metal.
Actually, it's really not. We're actually not far in. But either way, y'all, sorry. Well, this is y'all literally. It's so crazy. We put on a get up. Yeah. And we actually bought out our true selves on camera. That's crazy. You see how it all works, man?
Bro, this is like way too deep for me.
Way too deep. I braided your hair, man.
Like, I haven't even had the doob yet, bro.
Well, let's go do that. Trash Talkers, thank y'all so much. Again, leave your comments down in the comment section because we're definitely going to be interested to see what you guys say on this one. And we will definitely
They're going to be like, y'all sound like y'all had way too many dudes.
I mean, look at us right now. You got a half a hair braided, bro. Y'all, thank y'all. Smoke, you got anything else for the people out there?
No, I think we said it all, bro.
I think so. Trash Talkers, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us on this Tuesday. Thank y'all. Great week of reactions coming out. Again, maybe we needed
whichever ones will make it out. Yeah.
Oh, he's a man. With that,
No, actually, all the stuff coming up should make it out. Everybody should know by now about the situation that's going on with the giant corporation.
Yeah. Let's just.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It'll all come back.
My name's Behringer Hollywood 6. Bye.
I am Larry Smokey Ramirez Coward.
And we are
over
and
ow.
Deuces,
Deuces, bro.
dude.
Yeah. That was heinous.